welcome to 3D Learner. I'm Mira Stolberg-Halpert. I'm the founder and director of 3D Learner. I'm a mom of 4 kids, 2 of whom learn differently. As I found later, over 60% of kids who learn differently are the most creative, fun, outgoing kids you'll ever want to know. They think in pictures. They think differently. 3D Learner came about as the fact that they think in 3D. So we have to teach them in 3D. But I wasn't so quick to be able to try and find that one out.
I'm Mark Halpert, Mira's husband, and we had 4 kids, and our first kid was a plug-and-play kid. You put him in school, everything was easy. Our second child, not the same. Really bright, terrific visual memory, but even in first and second grade, reading was a problem. So we tried the standard phonics-based programs, learning centers, psychological testing. We tried everything.
Everybody told us that decoding was the issue. Decoding wasn't the issue.
So she got to 8th grade, and there was this infamous IEP meeting, individualized education plan meeting, transition meeting to middle school, from middle school to high school. And Mira says to me, "You gotta come." So I walk into this meeting, and the first words out of the guidance counselor's mouth were, "Your daughter has a wonderful personality." And I go, "Oh no, whatever this next line is, I don't want to hear it." But her reading comprehension's 3 years below grade level, and she's not college material.
That was devastating news, not only for us, but our daughter was just totally overwhelmed and totally emotionally broken.
So I turned to my daughter and said, "Julie, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And she says, "The teacher I never had." And then at some point they go fast. And then what happens is, that's what happens to kids in school. They sustain their attention for a short period of time, and then they're lost.
So of course, we were called the overbearing, pushy, shovey parents.
Who set unreasonable expectations for our daughter, to which I said thank you. And we agreed to meet later, and fortunately Mira became a mom on a mission.
What I realized was there wasn't just one thing that was going on with Julie. She actually really learned differently, but when I talk about the fact that she learned in pictures and she was really good at figuring out patterns, well, we needed to be able to teach to her strength. We needed to be able to teach the way she learned best, but we also needed to be able to deal with anxiety, we needed to be able to deal with exercise, we needed to be able to deal with attention, and oh my gosh, we needed to be able to deal with visual processing issues. Nobody had ever put any of those kinds of ideas together, or had anybody ever said, "Oh, well, it's not a vision problem and it's not an attention problem." No, but all of them were so interrelated that one created the other. So I had to develop a program that was going to be able to work at all of those issues. We needed to be able to work with the whole program. And you know what we found out? We were the ones that had to be able to not only change, but we were the ones that had to lead the difference. It wasn't like we weren't going to get support from teachers. We were really lucky. We got some really wonderful support, but we actually needed to be able to guide them, help them with how Julie learned best.
So if your child learns best when they see and experience information, you need to make the difference. And our mission as 3D Learner is to help parents make the difference for your child. We understand that schools teach in a very logical, sequential, and auditory way. And some people think that's the way they should be tutored. The good news is that Julie gained 4.2 years in reading in 7 months and is now teaching highly gifted kids in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
You hear success stories all the time. The difference is a mindset. The difference is goal setting. The difference is you making the difference and understanding, listening to your child, listen to how they want to learn. They do want to learn. Being able to get them excited about reading, that was hard. There's no doubt about that. But when you change that picture for them, make it possible, make it fun, life can be different.
And what we've laid out for you is a way to address the reading speed and comprehension issues, the standardized test issues, that homework time and stress. Yes, I used to have a full head of hair before having 4 kids, and we've lived through it, but we've lived through it and come out the other side understanding that we can help you to understand your child. And what we've developed is a success assessment that looks at how your child learns best, whether or not they have attention, processing speed, or related issues. and then gives you feedback and the opportunity to call us and say, how can I help my child? And then we've developed a way to look at what are your key issues and what's the underlying issues that's causing this. And lastly, how you can make the difference. Go to 3dlearner.com, hit the Start the Assessment button, complete the assessment. We'll give you immediate feedback on, does your child learn differently? What issues are holding your child back? And then access to a strategy session on how you can make the difference for your child, and a special report, how you can help your child achieve success in months, not years.